Cut 2. A black woman on a talk show. She admits she wouldn't hire someone based on name, as if her own don't embody blackness. Scream target, second-class citizen, Negro. Cut 2. A black man on a stage. He explains that hundreds of years ago, people arrived to this country, this America, on ships. Slave ships. Immigrants, he called them. Cut 2. A black girl in her room. She stares at her reflection. Hair straightener glides as she smoothens every kink and coil into place. When your hair is relaxed, white people are relaxed. Cut 2. A black boy in his white girlfriend's house. Her parents assure him that they voted for Obama. They're close to their black neighbors, in fact. And still, it's better than being with a black girl. You are thrown against a sharp white background. You are thrown against a sharp white background. You are thrown into a classroom of 16. You are 17 years old. The class, honors British literature. You step in and sit close to the teacher right at the front. Maybe somewhere inside you are trying to scream, I am here. Color thrown against a sharp white background. Notice me. Do you raise your hand often for the participation points? Or because you want to show that you belong here? The only brown crayon in a box of pastels. You know you are rightfully here. You have the grades and the all your life honors to prove it. The question is in their faces when you first walk in. Your head is as high as the Little Rock Nines. Their discomfort is something you feel oh so heavily. You've ruined their idea of how the world works. You are being inducted into the National Honor Society. Seats have been arranged for 9 others across the stage. Yours is the first name. You know it's coming by the telltale pause and gulp before the stuttered attempt. The announcer's voice grows stronger with each Johnson and Smith and Brad and Rebecca as he moves through the list. You are asked to speak to prospective students. You are rolled into a tight ball of anxiety and thrown. Does your professor want your presence there because you're an exemplary scholar, or to be the model black student? Show pony. Look, we at PWR University have diversity too. You are thrown against a sharp white background. You are thrown against a sharp white background. You are thrown against a sharp white background. The black typeface on this page. You are thrown against a sharp white background. You are thrown against a sharp white background. You are thrown, you are thrown, you are thrown. When I step onto the stage, they must see black in the sachet of my hips and the sun hugging my skin. When I open my mouth, they must hear black in the bass of my voice, a remnant of one raised on reality. When they read my words dancing defiantly along the page, they must read black necessary in every way. 2. I might be Maya, phenomenal woman, trod in the dirt over and over, and still we rise, and still we rise, and still we rise. I find it easy to be Phyllis, being brought from Africa to America. My naive soul taught to understand that there's a God, but he looks nothing like me. Heaven hasn't got a black angel, yet. I lament like Langston, for I've known rivers starting from the Nile. My fatigue has grown deep like the rivers. We don't just sing America, we sacrifice for her. We satisfy her, we sustain. I tire as Terrence, this ink, this name, this death, this march, this blood in the victim, this wind in the blood. We continue to cut, to cry, to bleed. I could well be Claudia, ranking real experiences as they come. Words work as release. Like thunder, they drown you in sound, again and again and again. 3. A black angel yet. Still we rise, again and again and again. To cut, to cry, to bleed, in every way, but we sustain. But we sustain, in every way, to cut, to cry, to bleed, again and again and again. Still we rise, a black angel yet. A mother lost, and somehow forgotten. Daughter of a heartbroken man finds herself with 2 new sisters, another mother. A mother whose very steps inspire fear, Sad daughter quaking and shaking like a lily unable to withstand the wind's anger. Night of the prince's ball arrives, but unloved daughter denied permission to attend. Another mother, fairy godmother, appears, turning her tatters to gown, pumpkin to carriage, mice to men. Unknown daughter dances with the prince, forgetting herself in the music of what could be. Midnight strikes and off she goes, glass shoe left behind, unknowingly sparking a game of treasure hunt. The prince is the predator, hunting from house to house, searching and sighing. Then one day there she is, once poor daughter, now royal daughter. Translation. Aight, so boom. You ain't hear from me or nothing, but here's how it went down. There was this woman, right? And she just ups and dies, leaving behind a child and man. Now her mans, you know how they are, goes and remarries this real witch of a woman who already a baby mama of not one, but two. She a real piece of work too. Got this sad child quaking and shaking like the devil done got into her or something. So one night the prince throws a kickback or whatever, and the witch says to the unloved child, "You, attend the party? I must look like Boo Boo the Fool." She ain't have that same energy with her own kids though, I'm just saying. Anyway, see, nobody knew the girl had a fairy godmother. G-moms peeped the disrespect, then hooked it up so that sis goes from sad to snack with the quickness. Unknown child getting it on with the prince and stuff, really having him ready to risk it all when curfew hit. Old girl remembered who she was and dipped, leaving a red bottom. Can you believe it? So the prince is all sprung and posts a pic of the shoe like, Twitter, do your thing. Now you know Black Twitter a bunch of detectives, so somebody found her at, and that's how sis went from poor child to paid child. But you ain't hearing from me though.